Hey guys, today's 19 May 2014. I got me one of these Samsung front loaders. It is VRT steam vibration reduction technology, I guess is what that stands for. It's front loader. It's probably about, I don't know, 4 or 5 years old. The wife picked this up. And model number is Samsung WF419 right there. And loaded it up the other day with an average load and walked away. A couple minutes later my son came in and said, "Dad, the washer is making a funny sound, it's not spinning." So I come down and took it apart, and this is what I came to find out. They call this a fling arm, I guess. Yeah, the fling arm, spider arm or something. And yeah, it's gone. So I guess it was under a normal load, and when it started spinning, it just snapped. Luckily, there's no damage to the tub. The bearings are fine. There's no gouges. But I mean, you can just that's all metal. It's like a paste. All that stuff down there. I'm assuming the drum, this is what they call this, the drum. I guess they call that the tub. This is the drum. I guess the drum is stainless steel, and this is some kind of alloy or pot metal or aluminum or something. But I mean, this stuff is it's just paste. So I called Samsung. They said it was $110 just for the guy to come out and look at it, just to get him to come out here. This piece, the fling arm itself, is $92, and then I don't know. I probably don't need the bearings. I might need the inner bearing, but the outer bearing's fine. Inner bearing's got some of this buildup. I don't know if you can see that. There's some of that buildup on it. I think there's another gasket right here, or an O-ring of some kind. I think that's an O-ring in there. But once it's pulled tight to the back, this seats and seals, I guess. But then it's got two bolts here, one here and here, and two of them snapped off. So one snapped off on this one, and one snapped off on this one. Luckily on that one I got them both out. There they are. Is that some kind of countersunk bolt? So, and it's got some kind of, looks like it's some kind of Loctite. I know it took a little bit of effort to break them free, and then it was loose for a half a turn or so, and then it just started getting tighter and tighter and tighter, and that's when those two there snapped. So, but I mean, this metal here, I'll cut it here, and I'll cut it here, and I'll cut it here, and the whole thing should just pull right out. But and it's, I mean, this is just engineered obsolescence is what this is. When you've got two dissimilar metals like this, you've got I guess it's the anode and the cathode, and the water in between is the electrolyte, and the electricity passes through, and the weaker metal, I guess, which is the alloy in this case, is the one that's going to corrode. So common sense tells you when you have dissimilar metals like this coming in contact, you should paint them. The stainless steel isn't going to corrode, but the other metal will. So I mean, they could have at least painted that piece. When this thing's sitting in the tub, you can probably see the water level. That's probably the water level right there. So water level came up. When it's spinning and doing its normal cleaning cycle, it's just sitting there splashing around in the water. No big deal. then the water drains out, then it gets up to high speed and spins, but it's not in contact with the water, so it's not really going to be that much wear and tear on the paint. So I mean, they could have at least painted that thing. So that's $92 for that. And when I get another one, I'm just going to paint the hell out of it. Prime it, paint it, clean it, take this out and pressure spray it. Now all this stuff that you see in here, this is not grease. That's just, here, let me see if I can get a good piece. See, it just wipes right off. It's just, and it's dry. It's just dirt from the clothes. You know, the seals are good, nothing ripped. You know, when it was still in wash mode when it went, so it wasn't under high speed or nothing, and I caught it before it went into spin mode. So the tub, none of the plastic got ruined, everything's good to go. It's just that fling arm is broke. But I tell you, I'll never buy one of these again. I'll go with a top loader from now on. My mom had a Speed Queen. She had that thing for over 25 years. And the only reason she got rid of it was because it was old. I bet whoever got it still has it running until this day. I'd be willing to bet. But I'm going to put this under a couple of different hashtags. Probably something like Samsung front loader corrosion, fling arm. Oh, also there's a Samsung lawsuit. And the bolts. These bolts cost $3 each. I looked it up online on the parts. So those bolts are $3 each. The Samsung lawsuit, I guess there's a 3rd District federal judge in New Jersey. They have so many lawsuits for this thing right now that he's actually canceled a bunch of them and combined them into one big lawsuit. There are that many lawsuits against Samsung. So that might be want to be something you might want to look into. But I figure if I can get this thing back together for, $100 for that, maybe $10-20 for a new bearing, and another $20 in bolts. Hell, I'd probably get those at Home Depot for a couple bucks instead of $3 each. Well, at least I'll have a second backup washer, I guess. I mean, this thing was great. I never got an error code, not once. It's never given me any trouble. No warnings of any kind. It doesn't have any odors, so you can see that black hose right there on the inside of the tub. That hose there vents to the back right there, which is that. And plus, I was in the habit of leaving the front door open, so you had some airflow in and out from the bottom to out through the back. And I've never had a problem with smell or odor or anything. But yeah, I'll definitely go with a top loader next time. So I'll let you know when I get it back together. Bye.